Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our 2024 California Demand Response Customer Readiness webinar. My name is Allison, and I'm the Customer Success Manager for California here at Enel. I've been with Enel for the last 2.5 years, and my primary responsibility is to make sure our portfolio of customers has everything they need to be successful in demand response. The California Program Manager, Jake, also joins us today.
Hi, everyone. Jake Rosano here, currently on the energy markets team at Enel. And in my role, I oversee the commercial strategy and operations in the California market. It's a pleasure to be speaking with you all today.
The main agenda of our webinar today is Demand Response 101, California Demand Response Program Overview, and the next steps before summer. As a global leader in energy transition, Enel has several initiatives that are forefront for us. Your participation in this program is directly contributing to the energy transition we're looking to achieve here at Enel.
And now time to discuss Demand Response 101. California's demand response programs pay companies for their ability to reduce energy in response to grid emergencies. For anyone on this call not familiar with the product, it's been around for a few years now, and it's a pioneering flexibility solutions. So, during times of extreme emergency, whether being caused by weather, price, or unexpected system issues, grid operators pay facilities to curtail electricity for demand response events. It's more efficient for grid operators to pay large users of electricity to use less energy than for them to construct a peaking power plant, which would sit idle almost 364 days of the year and only turn on for 2 to 3 hours for a yearly emergency event. Because these demand response events align with real system-wide strain, curtailing not only gives organizations a chance to earn money through the events, but large pieces of equipment at your facilities are also being protected from brownouts or voltage constraints if the system-wide strain continues to escalate. By curtailing electricity, customers do more than just earn payments. They're strengthening the grid and increasing sustainability while improving their own operational reliability. Look at this chart, and you can see how much the highest energy demand on a given day uses the available energy capacity. Those 2 orange days in summer show demand nearly exceeding 100% of supply. Those are in the danger zone. But looking at the year though, you can see how rarely days cross that dangerous threshold. That's why demand response is so helpful. More than 10% of grid infrastructure costs are spent to meet the peak demand, which occurs less than 1% of the time. And the peaker power plants that are active during those times are often carbon intensive. By using load flexibility, you can help the grid decrease emissions and become more reliable for your community.
When a California DR dispatch occurs, Enel will notify you immediately to enact your participation plan. We will notify you either via phone, text, and/or email, depending upon your preferences. Then you will respond to the event, and then once the event has ended, we will notify you to restore to your normal operations. And that is why it is key that we have up-to-date contacts in our system and that you keep in touch with us throughout the year to make sure that those are updated. And then during a dispatch, you also have access to My Account feature on the portal, where you can access numerous aspects of your program regarding your site contacts, your energy reduction plan, and your enrollment. So be sure that you have access to that. And now I'll pass it over to Jake to talk through the specifics of the California Demand Response Program.
Sounds great. So happy to walk through the different programs. So similar programs exist in both service territories in California. There's the base interruptible program as well as the capacity bidding program. The base interruptible program is looked at as an emergency last resort program, where customers are notified 30 minutes before an event. While dispatch frequency is rare, it is expected that sites will be able to curtail on that 30-minute notice. This program is high paying and offered in PG&E and SCE. The capacity bidding program is an economic program, so it's only dependent on how the prices go and if they reach a certain threshold in the California energy market. Customers are notified on a day-ahead basis, so they have the time to schedule their operations and prepare for the shutdown in the following day. And these events can often be more frequent than the 2 to 3 times for BIP. It can be 4 to 5 times throughout a season. The capacity bidding program is currently offered by Enel in PG&E and SDG&E territories, and we anticipate it being available in SCE in 2025. To break out the information a little bit more, for the base interruptible program, we work with you to define what level of energy consumption you're going to drop to. And this can occur on a 24/7, 365 basis. The capacity bidding program is a bit different in the sense that it's a drop by program. That means that we work with you to define what you're shutting off, and that is it. The program is offered in what are considered the summer months of May through October, offered 1 through 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. For the most part, there are some nuances as it relates to monthly hour shifts, which will be communicated to customers as the season goes on. And as mentioned earlier, notifications are provided on a day-ahead basis.
And dispatch activations look the same regardless if it's an audit or an emergency. So that's why it's important to implement your participation plan as soon as you receive the notification. And the notification lead time is 30 minutes for BIP and 24 hours for CBP. And also in the platform, you're able to see your real-time DR performance. So if you go to active dispatches, you can see, where you're at exactly during that particular event. You can see your energy reduction plan, and then you can also see your contacts. And then once the event has ended, you're able to see that performance in past dispatches once we have settled the data within our system.
So now let's talk about baselines and performance management. The question that we often receive is how the California energy market evaluates how much load relief a site can provide. And they do that using a baseline. A baseline is a counterfactual method to determining how much you would be running at if you weren't enacting your energy reduction plan, and therefore how much you're actually contributing in lowering demand. It sets the maximum possible curtailment value. So, therefore, it's important to make sure that you don't begin to curtail more than 1 hour prior to the dispatch start. That is essential. And you want to ensure that you stay at or below your target level for the duration of the dispatch. For the capacity bidding program, it's calculated based off of the average 10 similar days. That is to say, in CBP, the average 10 past weekdays. For BIP, it's calculated based off of what the level is that you're dropping to, as well as what your normal peak demand has been. So let's talk a little bit about the next steps before summer in order to properly prepare. So we ask that if you have undergone any recent operational changes, please do not hesitate to contact us. Go ahead onto the My Accounts page on our website and please confirm your site and contact information. And as it relates to contacting us, you can reach us anytime, live chat on our help center, on the number provided, or the email there as well. We thank you all and look forward to working with you for another great summer. Have a great day.